This is Yingling. Today, I'm going to talk about homework policies at International School Manila. I grew up in China and had homework every day. Now I live and work in Manila, so I'm going to talk about homework policies here at International School Manila Elementary School. Do we have homework? I interviewed Ida for
My name
this
is Edel
question.
Walsh. I am the curriculum coordinator in our elementary school at International School Manila. We do have a homework policy. We do give homework in elementary school. Very often it's thought that we don't. We often say we don't have we don't adhere to meaningless homework. So what we strive for is that every single child is reading for a certain amount of time per night, and that differs throughout the grade levels. So by grade 4, we would aspire that children are reading independently for pleasure for up to 20 to 25 minutes per evening. Um, Again, that should be a consequence of us having established a love for reading and a community where our children aspire to read for pleasure for that length of time. And in the younger grades, they're reading for less time than that, but they are reading consistently every evening. Um, in the younger grades, they would be sent home books at certain levels, etc. as well. We don't give busy work for homework. So we don't subscribe to the more traditional view of homework, whereby we give the same sheet of 10 math questions to every child in a class for a night. And actually, best practice and current research tells us that that is not the way to go anyway. So what we subscribe to is no busy work or no meaningless homework. What we are looking for are opportunities for our children to extend their learning beyond the school day. So if we are working in class and we're learning about grade 2 are learning about food journeys at the moment, and they're using food journeys to explore sustainability, economics, geography, well then we would be engaged in ongoing conversations and learning experiences that children would then extend beyond their school day and would engage their family and their friends at home in these things. And they may look to explore their food on their plate in the evening. They may look for the origin of their food. They may do some research at night. They may talk to an expert. They may do more things beyond the school day that is a natural extension.
Based on the school policy, what would the student do after school?
This is my reading that I am reading every day. Like a bit more common than these two things are my free reading. So I just free read and read non-fiction books, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and I'll read fiction and non-fiction. These are only our two favorite books.
I also interviewed a grade 4 teacher, Miss Riva Allo.
I would still encourage my kids and my parents to have the kids read at home at least 20 to 30 every day. I basically focus on the reading strategies, whether it's making connections, asking questions, inferring, and things like that, so that they can practice at home. We do have very little time in class to do the practice and like one-on-one reading, so that I know that when my kid comes back and I read their reading response journal, I have sort of an understanding, and I can assess their understanding if they got it or not. And then I can focus on the kids who do not have that understanding and maybe do a smaller group with them and just do some exercises on, maybe asking meaningful questions, or how do you infer, what clues would you use, right? Or, like knowing that this is the author's intent, what sort of clues in the book that help you infer at what the author is saying.
Reading is an important part of development for children in elementary school. Providing daily opportunity for students to read is essential in improving reading fluency and comprehension. In addition, it helps build vocabulary and develop writing skills. The weakness of this reading homework policy might be the children need to be supervised to make sure they actually read. In this case, Students may be required to log their reading and complete a assigned task, such as a reading reflection in a reading journal.